Hello Year 3 and welcome to your first English lesson. So if you bear with me and I can just share my slides. That's the one I want. Okay, so hopefully by now you can see my slides. So our learning intention, let's start off with that, is to write a traditional tale. Now for this lesson you are going to need a piece of paper, you are going to need and a pen if possible, and hopefully you've got your editing pens to hand as well. So first things first, let's start off. We've got Resilient Rita on the board. Can you fix her sentence? So it says, don't walk too close to the edge of the steps. Now, let's have a little look at this together. I'm going to pause there, and you can pause the video if you wanted to have a go at this on your own. And we're going to have a look at how we could edit Rita's sentence. So I'm going to get my green pen. First thing, obviously, it would be a capital letter for don't. Having a look at the word don't. Oh, what else do we need? Oh, we're going to need an apostrophe. Don't walk too close. Don't walk too. Does that look like the right homophone to you? Don't walk too close to the edge of the steps. Don't walk too close to the edge of the steps. Does that look right to you? Change that one. And why have we got this? Do we need a question mark? No. So we will do a full stop. Don't walk too close to the edge of the steps, full stop. Or you could have done an exclamation mark there if you wanted to as well. So well done if you've got them. If you've got any more that I haven't spotted, please feel free to change your sentence on your piece of paper now. So, like I said before, our learning intention is to write a traditional tale. I wonder if you know what a traditional tale is. What does that mean when we say a traditional tale? What makes a traditional tale different to a quest tale that we've potentially done before? Starting us off then, now a traditional tale is generally also known as a fairy tale. I wonder now if you can think of any fairy tales that you might know that you think, oh yeah, that's a traditional tale, I know that one. And I'm going to start off with thinking about these three characters on my screen. Have a little think, have you seen these characters before? Who do you think they are? And I wonder if you can remember the story. Well done if you said the Three Little Pigs. They are, of course, from the Three Little Pigs. If you're not sure on the Three Little Pigs story, I've put a little link there that you can watch. Or if you put into YouTube Three Little Pigs story, obviously with your parents' guidance, you can refresh your memory there as well. So moving on to the next slide that I've got here, I found a very quick text map that we can have a look at. So obviously it starts off with Mummy Pig being at home, sends the three little pigs out to go and live on their own and to build their own houses. The first little pig makes their house out of straw. The second little pig makes their house out of sticks. And the third little pig makes the house out of bricks. Now, as we know, along comes the big bad wolf and he says, little pig, let me come in. And they say, not by the hairs on my chinny chin chin. And he huffs and he puffs and he goes through and he blows down the straw house. He does the same again with the stick house. Then he gets to the brick house and he doesn't manage to blow the brick house down. So what he does instead is he gets a ladder and he climbs to the top of the chimney. Now, what he does then is he falls into the chimney and he lands on the hot pot of water that the little piggies had put out. And then he runs away with a little bit of a burnt tail, and it ends with the three little pigs being happy. That was just a very quick text map there of the story of the Three Little Pigs. So today we are going to be writing our cold task. Now, of course, we always start each new unit with a cold task to see what it is we already know, what it is we maybe need to get a little bit better at. So that's what you're going to be doing today. You are going to be retelling the story of the Three Little Pigs. Now, I've also added a word map to my screen. So if you wanted to use the word map, you can to help you either with spellings or with ideas. Okay. thinking about that then, so now knowing that we're having to write a traditional tale, we're going to be writing our first story. Pause the video here for me. What will you need to remember when you're doing your writing today? What are you going to need to make sure that you have included? Shall we have a little look? So you need to make sure you've got capital letters. Now remember, capital letters at the start of the sentence for names, for places. So always remember those as you're writing. Full stops at the end of our sentence, of course. Finger spaces, always using finger spaces. This is our always success criteria, things that we always need to do no matter what genre of writing it is. Always remember our phonics. That's always important. Use of conjunctions, adjectives, and of course, at the end, rereading your writing back through. Does it make sense? Because quite often we will be doing our writing and we will make mistakes without even realizing it. So read it back through. Does it make sense? Have you used all of those things that we've got above? Have you got capital letters? Have you got full stops? Have you got a conjunction in there? So does it make sense? And have a little think about that. Okay. Once you have finished your writing today, I want you to read it back through. Have you used everything in our always success criteria? And then maybe can you use your green editing pen to go back through and check and edit and improve where you think. Remembering to have a look and including with always every story, there's always a very clear beginning, middle and end. So you can use my tool, my text map that I've got on here to retell the story of the Three Little Pigs. That's all I'm going to give you for now. I'm not going to give anything else away yet, but I'm very excited to hear all your versions of the Three Little Pigs. And remember, if you're not sure on the story, I have put, you can rewind the video to this link here. And there is a version of the Three Little Pigs that you can use to remind yourselves if you want. Don't forget to email in your stories as I would love to read them. Okay, have fun. See you soon.